CEO Ronald Hicklin from Creating the Difference got the new Storm DNA Coil. Curious to see how this ball rolls. And I'm gonna tell you why. So it's got this XO Pearl reactive cover stock, which is a good new cover stock for them. We're gonna try it out. It's finished with the Reactagloss. Now Reactagloss scans at 5,000 grit, so it's a shiny bowling ball. We checked the hardness. The hardness is 75. The absorption on this bowling ball is medium, so it's not slow like a lot of bowling balls. This ball is a medium absorbing bowling ball. The Super Coil core has an RG of 2.47. The differential is 0.053, and the mass bias is 0.023. So what you've got here is a very, very strong core. It's a very low RG core, which means it wants to rev up early. It's a very high differential, which means it wants to hook early. And it's got a high mass bias, which also means it wants to hook early. What's interesting though is, Storm is saying that this particular bowling ball is going to give you that angular shape, but not the over-under that you get with the angular shape. So I think they've got something that they're working on with the core and the cover to kind of minimize the over-under, but then using the finish and the overall cover to be able to create the angular shape that you would desire. So I'm very curious to see what it is. And the best part of this bowling ball is it's the orange pineapple slush. Good job on that one. I can smell it and it smells great. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw this ball down the lane and see how it rolls. So this is a high performance ball. Yeah, I knew that was coming back. I knew it was coming back. Did not know it was going to leave me the 8-pin, but it fell anyway. All right, we're off to a great start with this piece. A lot of flare, which is what the 053 differential will do. Okay. Man, that ball smells good. So there's a little bit of mid lane there, but it still does have back end. Go. That wasn't a bad shot, and that one did not keep going like I would have liked to see. So we will move back. I hit the friction a little bit earlier. I kind of expected that to come back though. Bet you that comes back. So you can see, I mean, it's definitely gonna make that move. Wow, okay. We don't just throw strikes here on this channel. We throw all the shots because we want you to see different motions and get to kind of hear the feedback too, right? I'm gonna give you some commentary, some feedback. We'll make a move off of that. It definitely does have kind of, it's angular. It's got an interesting shape to it for sure. So like right there, it goes. So what that tells me is that like the core is making sure that that ball does want to go, and the cover is clean enough that you need that stronger, earlier hooking, early revving core to kind of keep control of that very clean cover. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, well, first let's strike there, right? Let's get a good shot and strike there. Let's do that first. There's your strike. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move. I think what we're gonna find is like the lower rev rate guy is gonna be able to take full advantage of this ball. So I'm going to move back, and I'm move back left, and I'm gonna take some handout to be more like a lower rev rate guy, because I think that's where there's gonna be a lot of advantage. And you say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, again, stronger rolling or heavier rolling earlier, wanting to roll core with clean cover, lower rev rate, gets that core to still be able to get rev up for that guy, which will create a little room for errors for him. So I'm gonna kind of simulate that a little bit, because I think this ball might be really, really good for that type of player. So we basically just gonna move back left, and we're gonna take some hand out, create some more rotation, axis rotation. Okay, so that's going to be good. And the reason why is because that shape now once I move, I'm gonna have to move obviously, but in that shot, the shape became way more usable laterally because of how it made the move. So that's gonna be good. See, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna be able to throw way more logs like a higher rev rate guy without having the higher rev rate because of this core cover combination. That's good. That's good. My rev rate's about 350. I'm probably low 300s when I do this. Maybe a high 280s or 290s rather. Right around there, right around there. It's about 50 RPMs less when I do this. And I mean, it's just gonna be nasty. Like, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. So this is the ball you want for the guy who older, straighter, plays against all the guys that hook it a lot, but doesn't hook it a lot, right? Because that core shape is really helping this ball to not over push, and the cover is strong enough down lane to help you to create some angle so you can actually throw logs, you can actually create a little bit of room for error. This is definitely going to be a piece for players that cannot get their bowling ball to shape right, and everybody else is inside of them. I'm telling you now, like, this would be a ball that would be great for my father, who's about 100 RPMs less, likes to play a little bit straighter, and still wants the bowling ball to make that move, because it is nasty now. It is absolutely disgusting now. Hello, DNA. So you see what I mean? Like with that release, I go from having this to having this. And I mean, that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in. I'm gonna go ahead and go with my normal release. Just to kind of, I want you to see it. I want you really to be able to see the difference. And then I'll tell you a little trick too. There's one more trick we can do to this ball, I think. So I'll move back right. So that, you're like, man, it looks great. But you can see it's really strong and it's really angular, and I'm not gonna have a lot of room for error. So in that case, here's what you do. Your first move, right? My first move is just to make an adjustment, right? Like, I'd say, okay. We're playing house pattern. We're gonna go move right to left. We'll move another shot right, another board right, and we'll be fine. That's the first move. And then, oh, you ring that 7-pin. Don't you ring that 7-pin. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have that reaction, that is not what you want. Like, that's not what you want. Like, we talk a lot about that for right-handers, 4-pin, 10-pin, or lefties at 6-pin, 7-pin. What that means is that you have the wrong surface on your bowling ball, or you're in the wrong part of the lane. In this particular case, we already know where we can strike at. If we want to become like He-Man, we just move left, square up, back the hand out, and it's all day strikes. But in this case, we're not doing that. But that is a clear-cut sign that you have the wrong surface on your bowling ball. Wrong surface. So we're gonna put the right surface, and we're gonna stay in that part of the lane, and then we're gonna be able to get you that He-Man reaction again. Stay tuned. All right, 6-pin, 7-pin reaction, not good. That's 4-pin, 10-pin reaction, not good. Because what that means is that you make a little bit of move, and all of a sudden it's too much. You make another move back the other direction, and it's not enough. That ain't gonna strike very often. So all I'm gonna do is crack the surface of the bowling ball. I'm gonna use P5000D. I'm gonna sand this bowling ball real quick. I'm gonna get the surface cracked, so to speak. It'll get it closer to 4,000 grit, and actually I'll scan it too to see where it ends up at. But what that's gonna do, that's gonna allow me to blend that reaction out. I'm gonna be able to keep similar shape, but now that 6-pin, 7-pin stuff will go away, and I'll either have a little bit more hook, which will allow me to make an adjustment, and then I'll be able to have some room for error, or it will ultimately smooth the ball out and it'll just get rid of the over-under. So it's interesting, right? So exactly like as Storm is telling us, it's saying, hey, look, you know, our new core cover combination kind of mitigates some of that over under. The way they're doing that with their core cover seems like it's super, super effective, especially if I get more straighter up the back of the ball, or straighter behind the ball, and play it a little bit straighter. Like, it's unbelievable in terms of like what can be done. For me, when I begin to want to hook it, that ain't it. So we just hit that surface really quick. We're gonna scan it really fast just to see. Yeah, so now the ball is stable. What's stable is 4,700, right? So just cracking a little bit now, I'm gonna stay there. Hello, Coil. So two things happen. One, it's definitely gonna be, definitely came alive. And then two, it's gonna be, it's an easy move now. It's just a move in, and I will now have that, you know, maybe unlimited room to the left to be able to hit, which is really just taking full advantage of this core cover combination that they've got here. So, all right, so moving. We're gonna go two, one more, three right. Watch this. So I'm going to have room for error there. It was way further left, let me see. But that ball did not quit. So set it in, and it was maybe two further left, but it didn't quit. So that's the cool thing. That's the good thing. That's the benefit. That's the advantage that you're looking for, right? So I said three, so two really is the right move. So we'll go two now. And now you can watch them all go down over and over and over again. It's now got the right kind of shape. This is what you want, because now I'm going to be able to miss and still be able to strike. Hi. All day. All day. So like, I mean, and there's confidence there, right? You can see when this ball begins to make it, you know, yep, she's still coming, and then we're good. No more of that 6-pin, 7-pin reaction. And like I said, there's room for error now. Come on back. Yeah, it just, like, we're good. Like, we're good now. Like, now we're good. So to me, this ball, as a high performance piece, whenever you get the surface right for your game, it's gonna give you room for error, right? That's in, that's in. But once again, because the surface is matched up, it doesn't matter. Like, that was definitely in, did not matter one bit. I have a full 5 boards at the arrow, at the break point. I've got a full 5 inches. I'm 2 at the front, but I'm 5 down lane to be able to strike. So that's super, super important. Like, when you see these people and they're stringing these lots of strikes, I mean, they're not like necessarily always hitting the exact same mark. Not always, but they've got some room for error. And having the right bowling ball reaction, the right bowling ball shape, is one of the keys to get that. That one's left, and doesn't matter because it's still 10 back all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Laced it. Oh, there you go. There you go. I absolutely laced that one. And she gave me, but I'll take that all day long. I'll take a Stone 8 all day long over a Ring 7 or over a 6-pin. All right. DNA Coil definitely does what they're saying it does, which is angular ball motion, but less of the over-under associated with the angular ball motion. For me, it was just about getting the right surface on it, which wasn't even that big of a change. But having the right surface definitely makes this piece special. Leave us some comments. Go to our website, ctdbowling.com. Hit the three little lines, drop down menu, go to balls, type in DNA Coil, get you one of these. The best part is, I adjusted this bowling ball with the P5000 D-pad. You can get one of those for free when you buy that bowling ball from our website. If you have more questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm watching the comments, I'm responding to the comments. If you like the format, let us know. If you don't like the format, let us know. We got a lot of bowling balls to review. We are trying all kinds of things with some new technology to be able to give you a very good review that you can use with your style and your game. And if nothing else, you get more education from us in the process. On behalf of Creating the Difference, I am CEO Ronald Hicklin. Talk to you soon.